An official with the Department of Mental Health in Thailand is thinking that the future of the country looks very, very grim because of young people's obsession with selfies. Now, this sounds absolutely ridiculous, but this is actually something that people in Thailand are obsessed by. Taking selfies is something that young people in Thailand love to do, and as a result, a government psychiatrist believes that it could lead to the downfall of the country as a whole. So I know it sounds really ridiculous, but here's her reasoning. I want you guys to judge for yourselves. She says that they will post selfies, and if they don't get enough love, they might feel really bad about themselves. In her own words, if they feel they don't get enough likes for their selfie as expected, they decide to post another, but still do not receive a good response. This could affect their thoughts. They can lose self-esteem and have a negative attitude toward themselves, such as feeling dissatisfied with themselves or their body. And then she also says this could affect the development of the country in the future as the number of new generation leaders will fall short. It will hinder the country's creativity and innovation.
Okay, she might be getting a little carried away.
A little bit.
I figured out what her issue is. Her daughter's taking too many selfies. Okay, like she got so emotionally involved in that story, like, oh, it's gonna ruin the young if they don't get enough likes, and then what? They can't be the future leaders I want them to be. So, but you know, you read the beginning part of the story, you read the headline, you think it's the craziest thing you ever heard,
yes.
Right? But you actually read the rest of the story, and you find out that it's actually a real problem in Thailand.
Yeah,
like Thailand is, I don't know about it's a problem, but they're obsessed.
They are obsessed with taking pictures for Instagram. In fact, for 2 years in a row, there were 2 parts of Thailand that were considered the most Instagram places of that year. So
in the world?
In the world. So let me give you an example. In 2012, it was Bangkok's International Airport in that area that I can't pronounce. And in 2013, it was Bangkok's Siam Paragon Shopping Mall.
No, that's the amazing fact of the day. If you had told me that we're the most selfied places in the world, I certainly wouldn't have guessed an airport in Bangkok, right? So that's amazing. And look, apparently, as you read more into this, the whole country's obsessed. There was this producer that they talked to, television producer, and she said, a lot of the protesters, you remember the big protests in Thailand? She said everybody was taking selfies at the protests. You got a quote?
I have the quote, yes. She says, we can call them Instagram protesters. They turn up and take photos of themselves, but when we interview them, many don't know what the protest is about. They go to the protest just to take pictures of themselves at the protest.
That's
right?
Awesome. Okay, well, at least they showed up. Okay, and then they asked the producer, like, so do you take any selfies? She's like, yeah, I just took 2 last week. Everybody can't wait to do it. And then they ask her more, and she said, yeah, well, I mean, obviously the more likes, the better. So she's obsessed by them.
No, but that's amazing because everyone loves validation, right? Men, women, if you're in a relationship, out of a relationship, in any situation you're in, you want some form of validation. You buy a new outfit, you want someone to compliment you on it, right? So selfies, that's just another example of something that we want validation for, and I never really thought about it, right? So obviously, since we do the show, I'll get a lot of likes on pictures that I post on Instagram. But if I was no. But that's
I don't even have to go to Bangkok's airport to get those kind of likes.
But I'm thinking about what would happen if I didn't work on the show and I was just like, you know, just average person. Would I care about how many likes I get on a picture? And maybe it would bother me a little bit if nobody liked the picture.
Of course,
yeah.
No, I get that. I get that concept entirely. You put up a selfie or whatever and nobody's liking it, you're like, why? What's wrong with it? And like, yeah, look, we had a discussion in our offices. There's people's kids now, they're putting it up and then they're checking how many likes did I get in 2 minutes or 4 minutes? And then could it lead to other things? You know how you can get more likes if you're a girl? You wear skimpier clothes. Then you get more likes, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a negative effect of the selfies and Instagram, etc. On the other hand, is it going to take down the future leadership of Thailand?
It might. If their self-confidence is completely destroyed, they might not pursue a career. They might not pursue a relationship.
I think there's some chance she's taking it a little too far. But apparently it's a bigger problem in Thailand than I realized.